No change of stations, you came to the right place. Turn off your television, tell just getting away. It's time to get to the point on 107.3. Now I'm on the air with locals only.
Woo! Get you some of that! What was it?
Why are you yelling at me?
The Sunday before Christmas, it's 107.3 The Point. Locals Only with Luie is on the air. And I'm going to start the show out tonight. I've got an announcement to make. And, it's not an announcement that I've taken lightly by any means. I want to say that right off the bat. I've kind of went back and forth and struggled with this announcement for a little bit. But let me tell you what's going on. 9 years ago, I was doing a website called SplatterTribe TV at the time, I believe is what it was. And I didn't even know much about that there was a local show here in E-Town, a locals only show. And a buddy of mine from West Virginia had called me and asked me if I could get him on this show called Locals Only here. And I was like, I didn't even know we had one. Well, I looked into it. And I went to the website. It was 107.3 The Point website. And it was a horrible website. It was one of those free Yahoo websites that they put together. And at the time, I was designing websites. At the time, I was doing my own website and interviewing like national acts and doing stuff like that. And so I just emailed the station one night from the email they had on the website. And I was like, if you all ever want to do a real website, let me know. And I showed them the SplatterTribe.tv thing, whatever. Anyway, needless to say, Axe got a hold of me. And it set up me working with 107.3 The Point. This was about 9 years ago. I started building their website. Well, shortly after that, Axe asked me if I would like to come on his Locals Only show, because I told him I was writing songs and I was local and liked, original music. So on a day's notice, the first time ever, I came in on the radio station. And I was nervous as I could be. And I came in and I played 2 of my songs. Then that kind of led into, well, what about if I start posting all these interviews you do online on YouTube? So then I branched into that. I started posting Axe's Locals Only shows on YouTube. And then about 3.5 years ago, Axe he'd moved within the company to Bowling Green, and he was unable to continue doing the show down here like he wanted to. But what he was doing is he was booking, after I did the YouTube thing for him, I started booking the guests for him. I left that out. And then when he was in Bowling Green, he started coming down doing the show. I was still booking the guests, but, if he came down for one day and somebody canceled, it was kind of a wasted trip that he did. So he asked me if I would take this show over. And I was completely honored because I'd been promoting local music for a few years now with, me and Aaron Fogle had did the Homegrown Mayhems and did different things. I'd been promoting as best I could, different shows, Rob Chapman, Jason Jackson, a bunch of them I promoted shows with. So it just made sense to me to do this show. 3 years later now, 3.5 years later, I enjoy everything about this show. It is amazing to me the talent that I've met. It is amazing to me the songs that I've been exposed to. It's amazing the little bit of help, the little bit of influence I've had on the local scene by whether it's coming in, helping them name songs, helping them name bands while they're in here, helping them, promoting on the Wednesday nights at Bourbon Barrel Tavern. And just playing local music, man. For 3.5 years, I've been doing this, playing local original music every Sunday night right here on The Point. I've missed 2 weeks. 2 weeks in those 3.5 years. One was we had an after party, and a buddy of mine took off with my keys, and I couldn't even get into the station that night. So I had to get old Axe and have him kind of just turn the show off that night. The second time, I had a very serious family situation going on, and I just was not mentally there to do the show that evening. 2 times in 3.5 years, I've missed. The rest of the time, I've been here. The announcement I'm going to make today is as of February the 2nd of 2020, I am officially leaving 107.3 The Point. I'm officially leaving Locals Only. I hope Locals Only carries on, continues on. I know that, I don't know. I don't know what else is going to go on. I just know it is time for me to step away from the company and from the show. There's things I want to do. There's things I've not been able to do. I'm a local musician too. I want to write. I want to play. I want to do things like that as well. There's a million reasons. Stuff has happened this year that has got me thinking about it, and I've went back and forth about this for a long while, a lot longer than probably anybody is aware of. And it's just time. I love local music. I love every one of you that has listened. I love every one of you that has supported. And don't think I'm going anywhere or going, I'm going to disappear. SplatterTribe Entertainment is my company, and I'm going to be putting way more effort into SplatterTribe Entertainment, put way more effort into some live shows. And who knows? There's some options out there. There's some things being discussed. Who knows after the first year what's going to be going on? But I love y'all. I love local music. I love that I've been able to do this for 3.5 years. And man, I hope everybody realizes within local music, my biggest complaints are this: people not sharing when I post that they're going to be on the show, and then I post the show online, bands that don't share it. That was one of my biggest frustrations. And my other biggest frustration is people not supporting each other. Those are the two things I want everybody to do. But nonetheless, I love you. You all have been awesome. And man, I just wanted to start the show out with that announcement and tell you all, keep supporting local music, keep supporting each other. But on February the 2nd, I will be stepping down from this position. So that being said, I'm about out of time on this segment, so I'm going to play some music. You're listening to 107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie, brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern. Just remember, though, support yourselves and support each other. That is the most important thing in local music to me. Support yourselves and support each other. That is, for have any kind of success, that is the key. To me, that's my opinion. All right, let's do it. Let's play some music.
Salvation's gonna grow impatient. Well, if it's been waiting on me, my last supper's been devoured. My other rights had come to the feast. Oh, give me
hit the ground running, running to a perfect storm.
107.3 The Point, locals only with Luie. That was a double shot of Holiday Christmas Lethean. That was Jingle Bells, and right before that was Santa Claus is Coming to Town. And before that, we played some SxWP and their song Fallen Angel. We started that block out with Luther and No Salvation. Listen, people, locals only. Sunday nights at 8 p.m. is brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern in downtown E-Town. Catch the show at 8 p.m. every Sunday night right here on The Point. Catch live local music every Wednesday night at BBT as well. For the SplatterTribe Original Music Showcase, locals only with Luie, fueled by Bourbon Barrel Tavern. One thing, though, we're on a 2-week hiatus from Bourbon Barrel Tavern, being that Christmas is on a Wednesday and being that New Year's Day is on a Wednesday. So, although I state right there every Wednesday, that is a lie. I just lied right there. We're not going to be there for the next 2 Wednesdays. That's all right, though. We will return in 2020, and I will return right after this break. And when I return, I've got some guests in the studio. I've got Ryan Hahn and the Believers in the studio with me, going to play some songs and do some talking, so don't go anywhere. 107.3 The Point, locals only with Luie, brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern.
Meet your friends for a great time at the Bourbon Barrel Tavern, downtown Elizabethtown, home of the SplatterTribe Wednesday night locals only showcase. On Monday nights, it's open mic night, and the Bourbon Barrel features live music every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Are you into craft beers? The Bourbon Barrel features over 28 craft beers and over 400 bourbon selections. Come on downtown to the Bourbon Barrel Tavern tonight, located in downtown Elizabethtown, where there's always a good time waiting for you.
107.3 The Point, locals only with Luie. Welcome back from the break. I've got some guests in the studio tonight. One return guest, and he brought some friends with him this time. Got Ryan Hahn and the Believers in the studio tonight. Go ahead and everybody introduce who we have here.
I'm David also.
And you play?
I play guitar, mandolin, harmonica, whatever else I can get my hands on.
Now, David was in here a couple of weeks ago. Now we got the other two here. Go ahead.
Yeah, I'm Jonathan Baker, and I play drums.
Gotcha.
And I am Ryan Hahn, and I'm the captain of the ship.
The captain of the ship. And you got...
Ahoy!
Now, you're based out of...
We're based out of Los Angeles.
Out of Los Angeles,
Yep.
but the ties are here in Kentucky.
Yes, born and raised in Lawrenceburg, Kentucky, on a little farm out on Clifton Road, raising tobacco, working in the tobacco fields, raising beef cattle, and moved out to L.A. when I was 20.
And you've took those elements of your raising... It's still into your music. You know what I mean? You haven't went out to L.A. and turned into... forgot where he's from.
Yes.
That's what I'm trying to get at.
Many of my songs are about, the travel from Lawrenceburg to Los Angeles, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's a fruitful songwriting pool,
What was that culture shock like for you?
Well, for me, I had as if you all listen to Dave's episode, he signed my band when I was like 17, and we did a lot of touring around the country, from New York to Florida to Los Angeles to Colorado, Texas, everywhere. So I kind of had seen the world, and that was kind of what opened me up to see, because I'd spent most of my life in the little town of Lawrenceburg.
Yeah, I mean that's got.
And Dave gave me the opportunity to see the world at 18 years old. And seeing the world, just to open me up, there's so much more out there.
Yeah.
And I just wanted it real bad.
I got you. Now, you got an EP here that's a funny story is I got this EP recently, and then it got stuck in my car. So I'm glad they brought me a new one I can actually listen to now. Tell me a little bit about the recording of this EP and how it came about and all that kind of good stuff.
So this has been a very long labor of love. We put this together, all ourselves. I started writing these songs. I mean, it's been maybe 6 years ago, something like that. Okay. But I started writing these songs, started doing it myself in my own studio, and then kind of things started growing after I found a couple guys in LA that were playing music. It took me 2 years to find a band after I started writing these songs. And once I got a bass player, a drummer, we started working on the songs. They started kind of morphing and growing and changing, and we decided we need to re-record all this stuff, So we rented out a studio, recorded everything ourselves, brought a mobile rig with us, recorded all the tracks ourselves, and then once we got done, we sent it to my friend at Treehouse Recording in Los Angeles, my buddy JC Gariano, and he mixed everything for us and made it sound beautiful. But it took nearly 3 years to get this thing out. So,
wow,
so we're very excited.
So when was the official release?
The official release was the night, because we just back in, what month was it, Dave? When was the show? September 28th. We opened for Robbie Krieger from The Doors at the Whiskey A Go.
Yeah, we talked a little bit about that. What was that like, dude? Just to play the whiskey would be awesome.
I mean, I'll tell you, one of my most vivid memories with my dad was when I was like maybe 12 years old, and he's like, "Hey, son, I rented the Doors movie. We're going to sit and watch it." And he didn't know that Val Kilmer was going to run around with naked with a sword in his hand. You know what I mean?
I hear you.
And the Doors have always been a huge, part of my life. I remember one of the first songs I ever learned. Was the Doors songs. You know what I mean? So it was a very, very special thing, and to play for a crowd that hadn't heard us before. That's always great.
And playing the whiskey.
I've
very legendary.
I've played the whiskey a few times with other bands, backing and stuff like that. But this was the first time, my music that I played there, and to do it with the band that made the whiskey.
Yeah, no, I got you. I got you. We're going to play a couple of live songs tonight, and we're going to play one from the EP. What do you all want to play first?
I think we'll do Hard Life first.
All right, tell me a little bit about this song.
So this song, the two songs we're playing tonight are ones that, as David mentioned, we've been working with Michael Dumas in Los Angeles, who recorded Dwight Yoakam. He's out of Robbie Krieger's studio, actually.
That's cool.
And this song is about, as a lot of my songs are about, just the coming from a small town, moving to the big town, and as a musician in Los Angeles, it's very expensive to live there.
I can imagine.
As a musician, it's hard to make money playing music, and this song's just about, I made the conscious choice to move to Los Angeles, to be an artist, to make music, and it wasn't. If I expected it to be easy, I would be an idiot.
Yeah, I got you.
So the song's just kind of about like going out there, having to work. I work for Guest Clothing.
Gotcha.
So I have to, do this day job, this thing to pay the bills,
that's
to
a
do
musician.
this stuff, and it's hard. It's not always rewarding. You're tired a lot of the times. But I made that choice myself. So it's just this song about I chose this hard life. I've got to deal with it.
Well, let's go into it. This is live right here in the 107.3 The Point studio, by the way. This is Ryan Hahn and the Believers. The song is Hard Life. You listen to 107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie, brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern. Don't go anywhere.
Time to blame. If I can't close my eyes, how am I to dream when it ain't so easy when life drags you down? Well, I'm living as close to truth without losing myself and my loved ones too. But there are times when God makes you choose. We're living for something else, and there ain't no excuses for the hands we're dealt. It's a hard life, and no one said it'd be easy. But I wake up at the break of dawn just to go to work so I can get back home and play my guitar and write a song for the men and the women, yeah, all of us in this makeshift prison who call it our country, even when it's falling apart. We're living for something else. There ain't no excuses for the hands we're dealt. It's a hard life, and no one said it'd be easy. We're
107.3 The Point, locals only with Luie. That was live right here in the locals only studio. That was Ryan Hahn, the Believers, with their song Hard Life. I still got Ryan Hahn and the Believers in here. Tell me how the Believers came together. How this whole how everybody fits into this.
That's a long story. I could take 3 hours to tell this, but essentially, I started writing these songs and stuff maybe 6 years ago with Dave by my side the whole time, kind of as a slightly involved observer. He was kind of the guy as I was writing these songs. He would be the one that would tell me, "Yeah, this is one you should keep working on."
I got you.
What I mean? And finally, because I'd always wanted to do my own thing. I'd been in several bands, but just never had kind of found the sound that I could put my name behind.
Yeah,
and just one day we were sitting there and it was just like I had a few songs under my belt that was like, holy crap, like I'm onto something now. I've got this sound and it's me. It's not something I'm trying to do. As many bands as I've been in, we were like, we're going to be this type of band, These were just songs that just came out of me naturally, and I started seeing this kind of common thread that was happening.
Yeah, and there is. I mean, you're from everything I've heard, you do have a sound,
and it's just it's mostly just a combination of everything that I grew up listening to. And basically, after I got all these songs done, I was ready to start putting a band together, and got a couple brothers in Los Angeles, one of them which, Charlie, is still playing guitar with me today. It's been 3 years he's been playing with us. But that kind of started falling apart a little. We started getting Dave to come out, do all his stuff, and then finally we were just like, Johnny, let's fly you out from Kentucky.
So you're from Kentucky too?
Yeah.
Okay.
So I'm actually from the same town, Lawrenceburg, that Ryan's
from. All right.
We've known each other since high school.
Yep.
I think I was a sophomore when we met.
Yep, I was a senior and you were a sophomore.
We were in the same class.
Honors biology too.
Okay, that's cool.
So I just started playing drums when I met Ryan 15, 16 years ago.
Mm-hmm.
And I was awful.
It's like 17 years ago.
17, yeah, it was a while ago.
We're old.
I was awful. And he gave me a chance, and it was the first time I'd ever had like someone give me direction and, really try to improve me as a drummer.
Yeah.
And that just kind of stuck. Even after he moved, I stuck around in Kentucky, did some stuff in Kentucky, was in like an underground hardcore band.
Gotcha.
Sort of refined my skills doing that, getting really fast and sort of building up my chops. And Ryan had caught wind of that music.
And in my head, I'd always wanted Johnny to be a part of this.
Yeah.
Eventually, the opportunity happened. We got Johnny out there.
It's pretty cool in a town full of musicians that you had to fly your guy out there. You know what I mean?
Well, here's the deal. I named this band The Believers, right?
Yeah.
And I felt, because I spent a little time hiring guys until I could find the band.
Yeah.
And it just didn't feel right. It's Ryan Hahn and the Believers, so it's got to be a group of people that are really behind this vision and really believe in it. You know what I mean? A believer isn't someone I shouldn't have to pay someone to believe.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
That's not a believer.
So over 3 years, we finally, and eventually a year and a half ago, Johnny moved to Los Angeles. We've got him out there full time now. We've got Charlie, who was one of the first guys in the band. We've got this amazing background singer, Shanera, that plays with us, who's also got her own great music. And then I'm in another band called Gods of Macho that we got the bass player from that band that's playing with us now. So it's really a family, It's nobody random. It's all people that I've got a history with.
Yeah. No, that's cool. We are going. What do you all want to play next year?
I think we'll do Evil Girl next.
Evil Girl. All right. Tell me about this one. How this come together?
So this one is kind of like, all of us have had those, no matter what kind of relationship you're in, how much you love someone, there's always a time when they kind of drive you crazy.
Nobody know what.
Or maybe sometimes they can bring
Nobody's going to relate to that song. I'm telling you right now.
But this is one of those songs, that's just about that whole thing. Like when you find someone that you love, whether it's a friend, a girlfriend, your dog, whatever it is, a lot of the things that drive you crazy about them become the things you love about them.
Yeah, I got you.
So that's what this song's about. It's called Evil Girl. It's about this girl who drives you nuts, who gets you into trouble, but regardless of it all, you love the hell out of her.
Yeah. Well, how did is this one of them? No, this is new. These are not on the EP. By the way,
these are not on the EP.
These two that we're playing right now.
These are the ones we've been recording with Michael Dumas. This will be like the future, eventually the new record. Hopefully,
are you wanting to go for another EP, or are you trying to go for like a full length, or what's?
Well, that's kind of a. running decision, but
Gotcha. Yeah.
my idea would like to be another EP, and then what we would do is we would take both the EPs and release them together on vinyl.
That'd be awesome. Yeah.
So we'll do like a split EP thing where we could bring them both out. Because the first EP, we released it all on our own, and hopefully by the time we're done with this record, we'll have a little bit more behind us.
Yeah.
So we can kind of reinvigorate the first EP a little bit, kind of pairing it with the second one.
Yeah. No, that's cool. That's a really good idea, actually. All right, let's go into it. This is live in the studio right now. This is Evil Girl by Ryan Hahn and the Believers, and like I said, this is the only way you're going to hear this right now.
Exactly.
Except for live.
Yes.
And we'll talk about a live show they got coming up here in the next segment, so don't go anywhere. 107.3 The Point, Locals On with Louie, brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern. Ryan Hahn and the Believers, Evil Girl.
One, two, three, four.
One's either gonna find you there at the bottom of the Cumberland River bed. Your words are the shackles, my heart the hands, when I'm just a helpless next up man. It's the blue Kentucky nights when I can see you. It's a crystal clear picture of the simple truth. You're an evil girl, but I still love you. I love you, girl. I can't eat with your lies stuck in my teeth. I gotta pull them out or run to be free. A lady once told me a woman's not a mind, but I still try and try and try. It's a hopeful morning light when I can't see the truth burn for the beauty that keeps it new. You're an evil girl, but I still love you. I love you, girl. Come on now, Dave. You're the valley of the shadow of death, and there's saving grace to help me catch my breath. No matter how hard I fight, there's nothing I can do to hold on tight. 'Cause you're an evil girl, but I still love you. Well, I love you, girl.
And 107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Louie. That was Ryan Hahn and the Believers and their song Evil Girl, recorded right here in the Locals Only studio. And it's no secret that this is never recorded live, one of these interviews. So this is pre-recorded on Friday. But you're in town for a reason, at a show that technically, the people listening, it took place last night.
Yes.
But why are you? What makes you come back and do this? You know what I'm saying?
Well, I mean, I've been out in Los Angeles for 15 years now, and I come back. I never miss a Christmas. Come back to see my family, all that kind of thing. And 2 years ago, I got this kind of idea because I had the band together. Johnny was going to be in Kentucky, and I was kind of like, and Dave was living in Nashville at the time, and I was like, why don't we schedule a show on back for Christmas? Do it. So we got a show booked at Cosmic Charlie's in Lexington, and it was amazing. There was 150 people there.
Yeah, that's awesome.
It was like
that's
a
awesome.
half high school reunion for me. You know, so many people that I hadn't seen before. And then it was just like, let's start doing this every time. And then last year I was like, let's not do Lexington, you know, because it's hard for a lot of our people in Lawrenceburg and Frankfurt and that area to get out there. So I was like, let's just do it at our little bar in Lawrenceburg and Main Street.
Okay.
You know, so last year we
yeah.
did it, and it was amazing. And you know, this will be the 3rd year tradition. So we'll be doing that, and you know, just kind of like an opportunity for the family to see us.
No, that's
and,
cool.
you know,
Yeah,
all the
yeah,
friends
yeah,
and
yeah.
everybody that I don't get to see, and it's nice because I don't have to go visit as much, so I can just
Get everybody
come at one
yeah.
place.
All in one spot.
Yeah.
That's true. That's true. So we're going into the new year, 2020. What is on the plate for Ryan Hahn and the Believers in 2020?
Well, this last year we were lucky enough to get the opportunity to start a residency at this venue in Los Angeles called Lucky Strike, and it's a rock and roll bowling alley right on Hollywood and Highland,
Gotcha,
right
that's
at the
cool.
Walk of Fame, like
Yeah,
everything,
yeah,
you know,
yeah.
at the right connected to the Dolby Theater, and they've given me a night to basically book all the bands, put it together, and I call it Small Town Friday Nights. It's an ode to
They even give you a
Sandy
Friday
Kershaw.
night.
Exactly, a great Friday night. Which is really rare, you know, for something like that. So
Yeah,
I'm
no,
super
that's
grateful
cool.
for
Yeah,
them to
yeah,
give me
yeah.
this opportunity. And, you know, I thought maybe it'd last 6 months. Then I thought maybe it'd last a year. And then we finished the whole year, and they said, how's the show in January going to be? So they're wanting us to come
that's
back.
cool.
So we're
That's
going to
cool.
be doing that starting in January again, the last Friday of every month.
Now, is that you all playing, or is that you booking other acts
I
too?
play
or-
we play every show, and then
Okay.
I surround us with, like, you know, all the bands. Basically, for me, it's trying to like build this community, you know.
Yeah,
because
no,
there's
I
so
get
many
it. Yeah,
amazing
trust me.
bands out in LA that are doing kind of like some country, southern rock and roll, kind of rootsy sort of stuff.
Yeah.
And there's not a lot of venues for them to kind of showcase that, you know. So I'm trying to just put together this community, getting these bands that I believe in, these songwriters that I think need a platform, you know, and give them the opportunity to play at this place that's got amazing sound. You know,
That's
It's
cool.
just,
Yeah.
So that's been amazing, and then we're going to be working on new songs. We've got, I can't even count how many
At
new
least
songs
like
that we.
half a dozen that are almost done.
Yeah, and then I've got another 60 songs that I've still got to show the band. So
Yeah.
our priority now, because it took us so long to get this EP out.
But you are in mid-recording right now, right? Technically?
Yes,
Yeah,
but I'm
yeah.
I'm taking my time with it though. You know,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, I
we're
got
kind
you.
of like doing it, recording a song here, recording a song there, and really just because it took me so long to get this EP out. In that time, I wrote so many songs.
Yeah, I got
So
you.
for me, it's kind of like testing out these songs with the band, kind of we've got to figure out which ones we want
Now,
to
do you write
know?
like on acoustic? Do you write on electric? You come up with do you do most of the song? You kind of have a basic idea before you bring it in, or how does that work?
Typically, I will start on acoustic guitar. When I was the first record I ever recorded was with this guy Barry Blair, who was in a Christian band called Audio Adrenaline.
Okay.
We recorded in Nashville. One of the first, he gave me a great piece of advice. He told me, if you're going to write songs, write it on acoustic. If you can't play one of your songs on an acoustic guitar and it get across, then it's not a good song. So for me,
totally
I like to
believe
start
that.
bare bones like that. Either me and acoustic, me and a banjo, me and a mandolin, something
Yeah.
like that, you know.
Nice
and
sketch.
it's
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
and for me, like as soon as I start writing a song, I've kind of pictured the whole thing.
Okay, that's
Johnny,
cool. Yeah,
Johnny
yeah.
can tell you, you know, I already kind of have like the
Yeah.
whole drums in
Yeah,
mind.
and we've got a fun way of drum talk, so that we've known each other for so long that's how we speak to one another.
Yeah.
We'll make the noises
Yeah,
with
I'm
our
like, you
mouths.
need to
yeah.
go boom, boom,
Yeah.
chicka-cha, you know?
Is that how y'all say like, "Hey man, what are we gonna get to eat?" No.
Exactly. We only talk in drums.
Yeah, you're only talking drums. We're gonna do one more tonight. This song is actually on the EP. The song is called "Farmer's Son." Tell me about this song.
So this song is, extremely special to me. It's, I grew, like I told you earlier, I grew up on the farm in Lawrenceburg.
That's the name of the EP too. That's what I was
Yes,
thinking.
Farmer's
Yeah,
Son.
yeah, yeah.
And that's kind of, this song is sort of my autobiography kind of thing, where it's just about how I grew up in this little small town, moved to Los Angeles to try and make it. I got tattoos. I look like I'm maybe from Los Angeles. Most people that meet me would never think I grew up on a little tobacco farm in
Yeah,
Lawrenceburg.
no, I got you.
But I'm still that same person. You know, I've never lost where I came from. That's still my home. That's still the number one place in my heart.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah.
If I could do what I do in Lawrenceburg, living on the farm, I would be there doing it.
Yeah, I got you. I got you.
So it's just a song about like whatever you do, whatever dreams you go to try to live, never forget where you came from.
Let's do it. I appreciate you guys coming in, and appreciate hey man, the hookup as far as give me some awesome swag, by the way. But let's go into this song. This song is Farmer's Son from the Farmer's Son EP. Find out more about Ryan Hahn, the Believers, online. You listen to 107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie, brought to you by Bourbon Barrel.
Stuck in traffic on the 101. Rush hour on a Monday morning. I got the ocean in my sights, but the city just don't feel right. I may look like a rock and roll city boy. I'm just a farmer's son. To the west I run. I'm just a farmer's son, waiting on my ship to come, covered in these city lights. It's hard to hold on to that feeling, so far from the ones I love. I need to feel that southern breeze before I come undone. They say I'm just a rock and roll city boy, but I'm just a farmer's son. To the west I run. I'm just a farmer's son, waiting on my ship to come, waiting on my ship to come. I'm waiting on my ship to come, my ship to come. Just a farmer's son. To the west I run. I'm just a farmer's son. I'm just a farmer's son. To the west I run. I'm just a farmer's son. Waiting on my ship to come. I'm just a farmer's son.
107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie. That was Ryan Hahn, the Believers, with Farmer's Son. That was straight off their Farmer's Son EP that they have available. And if you dug that stuff, get a hold of them online. Ryan Hahn and the Believers. And it's pretty cool to meet Ryan. I met David also recently, and he also David also played one of the Bourbon Barrel Wednesday night showcases. Speaking of Bourbon Barrel Wednesday night showcase, I want to stress that we will not be having a Bourbon Barrel showcase this Wednesday or next Wednesday because of Christmas and New Year's. We will restart after the first of the year. So I believe that's going to probably fall on the 8th or something like that. We're going to reboot, restart, and redo it all over again and look for some changes in the way we do things, look for some different things. Anyway, Locals Only Sunday nights at 8 p.m. is brought to you by Bourbon Barrel Tavern in downtown E-Town. Catch the show at 8 p.m. every Sunday night right here on The Point and catch live local music every Wednesday night at BBT as well for the SplatterTribe Original Music Showcase. Locals Only with Luie, fueled by Bourbon Barrel Tavern. Like I said, not this Wednesday and not next Wednesday. All right, we're going to take a short break. After the break, I'm going to play you probably some, I don't know, some Christmas songs that was recorded in the studio a couple years ago and some more local music, so don't go anywhere.
Meet your friends for a great time at the Bourbon Barrel Tavern, downtown Elizabethtown, home of the SplatterTribe Wednesday night Locals Only Showcase. On Monday nights, it's open mic night, and the Bourbon Barrel features live music every Thursday, Friday, and Saturday night. Are you into craft beers? The Bourbon Barrel features over 28 craft beers and over 400 bourbon selections. Come on downtown to the Bourbon Barrel Tavern tonight, located in downtown Elizabethtown, where there's always a good time waiting for you.
Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Once bitten and twice shy, I keep my distance but you still catch my eye. Tell me, baby, do you recognize me? Well, it's been a year, it doesn't surprise me. I wrapped it up and sent it with a note saying I love you, and I meant it. Now I know what a fool I've been, but if you kiss me now, I know you'd fool me again. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special. Face of a lover with a fire in his heart. A man undercover, but you tore him apart. Maybe next year I'll give it to someone special, someone special. Last Christmas I gave you my heart. The very next day you gave it away. This year, to save me from tears, I'll give it to someone special, someone special.
A 107.3 The Point. Locals Only with Luie is on the air. That was Tate. Tate and her version of Last Christmas. Tate is no longer, I think, in the area, but a few years back, when I asked everybody to come in and do Christmas songs, she actually came in a couple times, did a couple songs, so I give it a spin right there. I think she may be in Florida or something. I'm not sure where Tate is anymore, but I think that's where she's at. But anyway, very talented young lady, and that was Last Christmas. I've kind of went against the grain, like as far as holiday tunes and Christmas tunes, as I've always allowed them to do covers. Any other time, I don't really do covers on the show. It's always been original. And speaking of original, let's do another original tune right now, but this is a part of the show I like to call Click It, Pick It, and Play It. What is Click It, Pick It, and Play It? It is this gigantic 5,000 song database of music that has been acquired here for the last 10 years that Locals Only has been on the air, and I just kind of scroll through and I randomly pick a song. I'm not even looking at it. I'm just randomly going to pick a song. I'm going to click it. I'm going to pick it. I'm going to play it. And let's do it right now. Let's do some Click It, Pick It, Play It. All right, here we go. I'm scrolling. All right, I'm going to stop. I'm going to click it. I'm going to pick it. And now I play it.
Tank top and your Daisy Dukes. My Ray-Bans looking good on you. You're a Southern Belle stunner in them high-top shoes. And I try not to stare, but girl, it's hard to do. Hazel eyes, a smirk, and you're smiling. Girl, you put me on in. Now you're driving me wild, yeah. Ain't gonna lie, never feel like this. But honey, I don't mind. You know that I love it when you got the radio up to your favorite song. Got your pretty hair down, you were singing along like a rock star in the passenger seat. Girl, the way that you move got my heart skipping beats. Your tail legs, girl, they turn me on. And it's a different kind of feeling that's bubbles that I'm on. It's a picture perfect view, ain't nothing better in the world. Got me hooked, line, and sinking, girl. Wild hair to your good time charm. You slide and go, put your head on my arm. And it's the little things you do that a hell of a spark. Got me swerving around, better put it in park. Cause the blue skies, well, they faded dark. And the man on the moon drew a sky full of stars, yeah. Something about you, I don't know what it is. When you give me that look, you lean in for a kiss. You got the radio up to your favorite song. Got your pretty hair down, you were singing along like a rock star in the passenger seat. Girl, the way that you move got my heart skipping beats. Your tail legs, girl, they turn me on. And it's a different kind of feeling that's bubbles that I'm on. It's a picture perfect view, ain't nothing better in the world. Got me hooked, line, and sinker, girl, yeah. Got the radio up to your favorite song. Got your pretty hair down, you were singing along like a rock star in the passenger seat. Girl, the way that you move got my heart skipping beats. Your tail legs, girl, they turn me on. And it's a different kind of feeling that's buzz that I'm on. It's a picture perfect view, ain't nothing better in the world. Second girl,
yeah. 107.3 The Point, Locals Only with Luie. That was the Click It, Pick It, Play It song of the week. Mr. Kevin Jaggers and his song Hook, Line, and Sinker. And Kevin Jaggers, man, plays out about everywhere. So you can find out more about him online like you can everybody else that is on Locals Only. And I tell you, I'm going to miss doing the show when I go. But anyway, that's just the way it is. I want to tell you all right now to have I want everybody to have a Merry Christmas. I want you to have a Happy Holidays. I want you to have all of it. I want you to have, I'll be back before the new year to wish you a new year, but I hope everybody has an awesome week this week. Spend some time with some family, exchange gifts, all that stuff, whatever the holiday is for you, whatever Christmas is for you, do that. And I hope everybody enjoys it. And, man, that's about it for me this week on Locals Only with Luie right here on 107.3 The Point. I'm going to tell you what I tell you every week, though. I'm going to tell you, support local music, support local art, support local business. Take care of yourselves from the ground up, and the sky will never be the limit. You do that by supporting yourselves, and you support yourselves by supporting a local. And don't forget, every episode that I've done of Locals Only with Luie is available online. You can go to Locals Only with Luie on Facebook to see a lot of them. You can go to Locals Only with Luie on YouTube to see more of them. There's all kinds of videos up there with the entire episodes you can find, you can listen, and you can find out more about each artist that has ever been on the show. All you got to do is trace the links. All right, I'm getting ready to get out of here, but before I go, we're going to play some Culpepper Express. Merry Christmas from the family. And I will be back this week. Don't forget this Wednesday, there is no Bourbon Barrel Tavern show. Not this Wednesday, not next Wednesday. If you know where I'm at, there's a SplatterTribe basement show next Saturday night. You got to hit me up to find out more information on that. Otherwise, everybody be good to each other. Be good to yourselves. Take care of each other. Take care of yourselves. Support yourselves and support each other. I'm Luie. I'm out. This is Culpepper Express. Merry Christmas from the family.
Mom got drunk and Daddy got drunk at a Christmas party. We were drinking champagne and homemade. Little sister brought her new boyfriend. He was a Mexican. We didn't know what to think of him until he said, "Police knocked me down, police knocked me down." Brother Ken brought his kids with him. The three from his first life then, and the two identical twins, the same like Mary Nell. Of course he brought his new wife Kate, who talks all about hey, hey, chain smoking on the stereo waves. The verse so well. Turkey turned the ball game on. There's margaritas and eggnog gone. Send somebody to stop and go. I need some ice and extension cord. Can of bean to beds and diet right. Lots of beer bombs and Marlboro lights. Hallelujah, everybody say cheese. Merry Christmas from the family. Fred and Rita drove from Harlingen. I can't remember how Mackenzie ran, but when they tried to plug their motor home in, the people who are Christmas lights. Shooter's folklore. Cause they knew just what went on. So we waited out on our front lawn. He threw the breaker and the lights come on. And soon, silent night, oh silent night, oh early night. Top the turkey, turn the ball game on. His buddy Mary's 'cause we got one. Send somebody to the quick back store. We need some celery and a can of fake snow. A bag of corn nuts and some diet Sprite. A box of Milo and some 2 on lights. Hallelujah, everybody sing Merry Christmas, all family. Feliz Navidad.
Dashing through the snow in a one-horse open sleigh. Over the fields we go, laughing all the way. Bells and bobtails ring, making spirits bright. Oh, what fun it is to sing a sleighing song tonight. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. A day or two ago, I thought I'd take a ride, and soon Miss Fanny Bright was seated by my side. The horse was long and lame, misfortune was his lot. He got into a drifted bank and we got upside. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh. Jingle bells, jingle all the way. Oh, what fun it is to ride in a one-horse open sleigh.